Thank you for joining the Kingly Love Podcast. This is Frederick. Here on this channel, we focus on positivity, hope, and most importantly, an encouraging and loving message within the confinements of relationship, life, and marriage. Okay, so the question that we have today is, how does a man know that he has found the one? So essentially, you're dating someone. How do you know that she's the one that you should propose to? Okay, because obviously, many men don't have the guidance of their parents or brothers, because either they have not been into a marriage before, and they do not know how to maneuver with themselves within a serious relationship. Also, obviously, as you can tell, I'm married. No, I did not mean to show the finger, right? But I was showing. I think that's better this way, right? Okay. All right. So that's the question. You have been dating. How do you know that she's the one that you should propose to? Okay. So we have here obviously our expert, Steve Harvey, that has a video there. So we're gonna take a look at the video, and we'll determine if he has a few things right or wrong. On based on my perspective. As I mentioned, I hope here is to be encouraging, to be loving, and to share some truths about life and the things that we go through, and also some encouraging ways of getting through circumstances and obstacles to move forward. Some of you perhaps have not had parents that have been in a long and serious relationship. Some of you have been, some of you have not. So it's part of life. But I'm here, and I'll give you my 2 cents, and hopefully that can be helpful to you, right? So let's get started with this video. Let's take a look.
If you're dating someone, how long do you think it takes for you to know that this person is the one?
Mm-hmm.
Just
What is it? 3? 3 years? Oh my.
the black dude say 3 years.
Yeah, that's a
I
long
got
time.
to check it out. I can't rush into nothing, Steve. I've been married before. I need 3 years.
Okay, so I had to pause it here for a moment. So obviously, someone said 3 years. Now, should you wait that long? You know, 3 years is a long time. As a man, even if you're 60 years old, you can still have kids. Even 70 years old, right? You can possibly still have kids. But the lady, on the other hand, they don't have that much time, and their biology does not allow them to have kids. After around 40, or around 35, it starts to get really complicated, right? To have children and so forth. So you don't want to waste. You don't want to waste her time. Okay, 3 years is a long time, my friend. So if you've been dating someone for 3 years and yet you have not decided to marry that person and take it to the next level, boy, you know, you've been wasting somebody's child's time, you know. Or maybe you have children, or you're already happy where you are, you don't want to involve the government in your business. I can understand that, right? Because in your side, it could get really scary in case of divorce or something like that. So I definitely understand where most of you guys might be coming from, but make sure that you choose right, right? Make sure you choose right, and make sure that you choose a great partner in your life, and you make good decisions. You know, Stop trying to be a player. You know what I'm saying? So some of you guys, you like to be players, and so you don't want to commit to one so that you can see another. It goes on both sides. Men and women tend to do that, but you have to act as grown people here. So we are talking about finding the one. We're talking about being married. So at this point, you should already be mature enough to leave those things behind and be serious and move forward in your life as a grown adult. Okay? So 3 years is a long time. I will hope that you will get to know somebody within a few months. It's impossible to fully know someone within a few months, but you don't want to waste somebody's life. Some people have been together for 10 years and haven't been married. Come on. Yo, don't do that, man. Don't do that. Set a goal. Within a year, I want to get married. So I'm with you. Within that 1 year, well, should within that 1 year, that could be in 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, whatever. Figure out if you are the one that I should marry. You see what I'm saying? So at least within that time, you can discover who that person is. Okay. So if you're a Christian, also, you can date somebody, get to know the person without having intercourse, right? Because it goes against your religion, obviously. But don't waste people's life like that, man. 3 years, 10 years, that's too long. I've been rumbling, but I don't want you to do that. Set a goal within a year. Let me find out exactly who that person is. If after a few months, a year, you haven't figured out who that person is, move on, please. Don't wait. Don't waste people time. Let's keep watching.
Well, most married people said, this is a study, that it takes 172 days
Okay,
for you to determine if you wanted to
172
marry the
days. That's
person
about
you're
6 months.
dating. 172 days. It's almost 6 months.
Okay, yeah, that's what I said. About six
I'm going
months.
to tell you something, ladies. What I'm about to tell you is something about men. This
Okay,
is how men
he's
know
gonna say it.
she's the one. That's some simple stuff.
Okay,
Like
simple
if it
stuff.
takes you to introduce you to his mama, that's a good sign. If you never meet his mama, you ain't the one.
You hear that? Okay, so you take a lady to see your mother. Obviously, you know she has a place in your heart. That's the reason why you take her to see your mother. You know, you don't want to be the guy that takes every girlfriend to your mother. So obviously, you reserve that for the girlfriends that are important, or at least for the person that's important in your life to see your mother. So I can definitely agree with that.
If you've been dating more than a year and you ain't met this man's mama, you're not the one. If your man is out in public holding your
Yeah, I
hand
agree with that.
and he gets in a disagreement with somebody and he's still holding your hand, say, man, what? You don't go, look, baby. Go back over there. You don't be talking to me like that. Stay back there, baby. Guess what?
Yeah, yeah, I agree. He wants to protect her. Oh, honestly, man, that's true. It's true. I don't know about the holding hand and all that, but you definitely, when you care about someone, you do definitely want to protect that person. You care about what happens to them, and you know, if they find themselves in a certain situation, they call you, you definitely drop everything you're doing, and then you just head out there to be a help to her. So definitely, I agree with that. You definitely want to defend her. You want to protect her. You want to provide for her. If you have those type of feelings for a lady, maybe she might be the one. But let's keep on watching. We'll see.
What I said, you don't say that. Stay behind me, baby.
Okay.
Here's another one to know she's the one. If she makes your favorite meal, the one your mama always made you.
You know what? I agree. Wait, to some extent, because not every girl or every woman, I should say woman, right? Not every woman is going to be able to make the dish that your mother does. Okay? You can give her props for trying, but it doesn't mean it's gonna taste the same. Or maybe she might be good at cooking something else that's not necessarily what your mother cooks. But you definitely want someone who's a good cook, right? At least someone that you like her cooking. Because can you imagine you're gonna be spending your life with someone and you don't like the food they make. So how you gonna live? You let me move on. That's something else, man. So ladies, make sure you know a few dishes. Okay, it's nothing wrong with knowing how to cook. I know how to throw a few things down. All of us. You just get on YouTube and learn a few things, just like me. That's how I did it. All right, let's keep on watching.
But she don't make it nothing like your mama made it, but you eat it anyway?
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she the one.
What did this guy say? He said basically she's trying to replicate the food that your mom did, but you don't like it. Yo, oh boy. How long are you gonna take that? Imagine 10 years of that. And obviously, hopefully I should say that she catches on that you don't like what she's cooking, and then maybe she can tweak it a little bit and make it tastier or remove a few things out, because some people would put too much salt thinking is, and then all of a sudden the food tastes different. So yeah, man, if you don't like the food, I'll suggest you be honest. Obviously there are feelings involved. There are feelings involved. Are you serious? You're telling me you don't like? I tried my best. And that's true sometimes. But be honest, so that you don't have to spend the next you know few years bottling all this pain in your heart, and then finally you burst out of nowhere, you know, crying because you were hungry, and then she cooked for the 10th time your supposedly favorite food. Whew, that's comedy, comedy, comedy. And he has a big smile on his face, so I think he's trying to be funny here. All right, but make sure you know how to do a few dishes. It doesn't necessarily have to be the one that his mother has or his mothers make, right?
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he's trying to be funny.
Here's another one. This is the last one I'm going to do. When you start putting the word we in all your sentences,
Yeah, I agree with
we don't
that.
like
Because you see yourself as a unit, so I definitely do agree with that. I agree with that. Let's see what he's going to say.
ice cream.
Hmm?
Dog, I had a partner tell me that one time. He was with his girl. He said, dog, we don't like ice cream. I'm looking at him.
He said, we don't like ice cream.
Dog, you know how much ice cream me and you ate growing up? It was our favorite. We stole ice cream together. The hell you mean you don't like ice cream? He looked at me and said, well, we stopped eating ice cream. I said, man, get your punks out of here. Let's do some Hey Steve. Let's go.
Okay. So that was a good video, right? I hope you learned something from that video. Guys, I'm going to add a few things though. When you want to choose if someone is going to be your wife, first, you want to make sure that you are attracted to that lady, right? That's important because as men, we have to be physically attracted to the lady that we are dating or and want to marry, right? It's not one of those cases where you like the fact that she's confident and she's a good provider and she's tall and she's handsome. These works for the ladies, right? But for you as a man, right, you want to be attracted to her physically. Because the lady, on the other hand, she's going to be attracted to more than your physical aspect. She's going to make sure that you are tall. She's going to make sure that you can provide, that you can protect her. There are many different things that she's going to look at. But for you, as a man, first thing, you want to make sure you are attracted to her. Attraction does not necessarily mean that she has to be beautiful in the face. She can also be beautiful in the body because, you know, you can't have everything, right? Some people are beautiful in the face, some people are beautiful in the body, some people have beauty both. But make sure you are attracted to that person because time will change after 10, 15 years, right? The body changes and so forth. So make sure you're attracted to that person. Also, you want to make sure that it's a person that you get along with, right? There are some ladies that if you are with her, more likely she wants to have the last word. She wants to be right all the time. And that's not what you want. Okay? You want somebody that you can get along with. So you want to be attracted to her first. And then you want to make sure that you can get along with, especially if you're going to be living for decades with that person. Hopefully, right? So after that, you want to make sure the person is a good cook because obviously you're going to be eating her food. Occasionally you can cook, throw it up in a kitchen and and do your own thing and try to surprise her, put a smile on her face. But ultimately she's going to be the one cooking and you want to make sure she can cook. Right? At least a few dishes. You get better with things the more you do it. So don't expect her to be an expert when you first start dating. But if she can cook a few things, and then after that she can get better at time because you yourself, you're not perfect. So don't expect a lady who's a great chef in the kitchen, right? So those will be the attributes that I would think are necessary for long lasting marriage because most of us as men we don't ask for much, so the very few things that I've listed I think they have a lot of value, each one of those. You want to make sure you're physically attracted to that person. Okay, you want to make sure that you get along with that person. If you get along with her, you guys can discuss a few things and do not take misunderstanding for major issues. Okay, misunderstanding happens in life, whether it's in your relationship, whether it's at work, whether it's your friend with your friends or with your boss or with your parents. It happens everywhere. So if you do not agree with her on something, don't let that be the reason why you all of a sudden hate her. You don't want to do that. You walk through your problems. You talk about it. Okay. And then the third thing, you want to make sure she's a good cook. Okay. And then maybe I'll throw in a fourth thing. You want to check her behavior. Is she a person that is mentally mature? Because not all of them can be mature, right? You don't want somebody who's in a serious relationship but that keeps wants to go to the club, wants to go have girl nights out, and that basically will put herself in position to destroy the relationship. Maybe not willingly, right? Nobody goes to the strip club and say, "Oh, well, I said strip club." Well, nobody goes to the strip club or to the club or to the bar. Nobody goes to those places hoping, "Oh, I'm going to destroy my relationship." But you put yourself in these type of environment, you increase your chances of being, of meeting someone would eventually is going to cause a dramatic hurt to your relationship. So find someone who doesn't like those things, or at least that understand that those things can lead to the destruction of the relationship, and someone who occasionally likes to go out to eat, someone who occasionally likes to go see a movie, someone who's not always about going out, going out, going out, going out. Okay, that always wants to be seen. That's not someone you want. Hopefully, you take this advice and it helps you make a great decisions. I have been in a relationship for a while. Actually, I've been married. I've been with the same person now for almost 13 years. Okay, so I think I'm in the right place to give you this advice. Okay, so take those advice in consideration and hopefully you make the right choice. Okay, definitely appreciate your time and please take a moment to like and subscribe. I give you a few seconds to do that. I definitely appreciate your participation here in the comments and also the fact that you are joining this channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. And don't forget, love thy neighbor. Peace.